Efren Bata Reyes is not only known for his unbelievable shot-making, but also for his unmatched tactical play and cue ball control that have left even the greatest players in awe. Throughout his legendary career, Reyes has showcased his brilliance in safety battles, moments where strategy and finesse outweigh sheer power. One of the most thrilling examples was against Varner, a fellow master of defensive play. In their intense duel, both exchanged world-class safeties, but Reyes' ability to freeze the cue ball behind blockers with pinpoint precision turned the tide. In a memorable moment, Reyes used a delicate touch to hide the cue ball behind a cluster of balls, forcing Varner into a desperate jump shot, a testament to Reyes' strategic dominance. Another unforgettable safety battle took place against Philippine, where Reyes displayed a clinic of tactical thinking. Ku, known for his aggressive play, found himself repeatedly frustrated as Reyes locked him out of any offensive options, using feather-light touches and precise angles. At one point, Reyes played a stunning two-rail safety, tucking the cue ball into a tight position that left Ku no clear line to the object ball. Against Steve Davis, a snooker legend famous for his safety play, Reyes proved he could outwit even the best tacticians. Their match was a chess game on felt, with Reyes countering Davis's tight safeties with creative kicks and thin snooks that left Davis shaking his head. Reyes's cue ball never strayed, always landing in spots that forced the most difficult responses. An exhibition of pure cue ball artistry. Perhaps two of the most thrilling safety exchanges came against Pan Chia-ting and Ronnie Alcano, where Reyes not only defended, but turned defense into offense. Against Pan, the queen of nine-ball, Reyes answered a brutal safety with a counter that placed Pan in deeper trouble, demonstrating his incredible foresight and table reading. Meanwhile, against Ronnie Alcano, when trapped in a near-impossible position, Reyes fired back with an epic three-rail kick, not only escaping but nestling the cue ball into a spot that left Alcano utterly snookered. These moments reflect why Reyes is called the magician. His ability to control the table, shift momentum through safety play, and force mistakes from the world's best players, making his tactical battles Varner against Efren Reyes on a toe-to-toe battle on play safety, to let each other commit mistake and take advantage to win the match. This is a classic example why you don't challenge Reyes in a play safety battle. Efren Reyes, widely known as the magician, possesses an extraordinary ability to control the cue ball with unmatched precision and creativity, setting him apart from every other player in the history of pool and billiards. His cue ball control is not just a technical skill, it's an art form that leaves his opponents bewildered and defenseless. In tactical safety battles, Reyes thrives where others falter, using his deep knowledge of angles, spin, and table physics to manipulate the cue ball into near-impossible positions. While most players focus on making a shot or hiding the cue ball behind a cluster of balls, Reyes anticipates multiple shots ahead, setting traps that opponents cannot escape from. His ability to calculate complex banks, kicks, and caroms, and then execute them flawlessly allows him to dictate the pace of the game, forcing his rivals to play defensively and eventually make costly errors. Reyes' opponents often struggle to cope with his strategic mastery, as he effortlessly maneuvers the cue ball into safe zones or behind blockers, leaving them with low-percentage return shots. His touch and feel for the table are so finely tuned that he can execute delicate safety plays with just the right amount of speed and spin, ensuring that even the most skilled opponents are left shaking their heads in frustration. What makes Reyes even more dangerous in a safety battle is his ability to combine defense with offense, creating opportunities for himself while shutting down his opponent's options. Most players focus on simply surviving in a tactical exchange, But Reyes transforms these situations into chances to seize control of the table. His creative shot-making under pressure, combined with his foresight in reading patterns and anticipating future layouts, makes it nearly impossible for opponents to respond effectively. Even when trapped in a seemingly hopeless safety, Reyes has an uncanny ability to escape and reposition the cue ball to his advantage, turning defense into attack in the blink of an eye. His opponents often find themselves mentally exhausted, as they are constantly forced to react to his clever positioning and relentless safety play. While other players may struggle to execute a single successful safety, Reyes layers his moves together like a chess grandmaster, always thinking 3 or 4 shots ahead. This makes him nearly invincible in strategic exchanges, where his ability to make the cue ball dance to his command becomes his most lethal weapon. 10 reasons why you shouldn't challenge Efren Reyes in a tactical safety battle. Superior cue ball control. Reyes's touch and finesse allow him to position the cue ball with surgical accuracy, leaving you with few or no options. Strategic vision. He sees patterns and layouts several shots ahead, planning his safety play like a chess master setting up a checkmate. Master of kick and bank shots. Even when left in a tough spot, Reyes can kick or bank his way out of trouble with pinpoint accuracy. Unmatched spin control. Reyes can apply reverse, top, or side spin with such precision that he creates angles and positions other players can't even imagine. Creative shot-making. He often combines safety with offense, leaving you locked up while setting himself up for a winning shot. Mental pressure. Reyes's ability to keep you trapped in a safety exchange increases mental fatigue and leads to forced errors. Exceptional table awareness. He knows the speed, roll, and quirks of any table, adjusting his play to suit the playing conditions perfectly. Escape artist ability. If you think you've played the perfect safety, Reyes will find a way to escape and leave you in an even worse position. Consistency under pressure. While other players tighten up under pressure, Reyes remains composed and executes with precision. Psychological edge. Reyes' legendary status and history of dominating safety battles create a mental barrier for opponents before the game even starts. Taking on Efren Reyes in a tactical safety battle isn't just a mistake. It's practically a death sentence on the pool table.
And I tell you what, the last couple breaks we've seen, the balls haven't broken that well for either player. So, it looked like the first couple breaks, they really broke well, but in the last couple, they haven't. So, the breaks are really, changing.
Well, another thing that you have to consider when you notice that the table was really,
Kasalanan mo yan eh.
Ku from Taiwan challenged Efren Reyes for a barrage of play safety, and he learned the hard way especially in the crucial rack of the match. Efren Reyes demonstrated his superiority in setting up the table on his advantage and lectured his opponent on the art of play safety and intimidation.
薄球，哦，哇哦，哦，漂亮啊！母球轻轻的碰到9号球之后，现在6号球可以进攻了啊！好，右塞中低杆绕球台回来，力量够不够呢？哦，好像稍微轻了一点点啊。好，做个吊球。好，3颗星没错，哎，不够长，不够啊，不够长。右塞下的不够啊，右塞下的不够。好，9号球进哦，只能够做的啊。哦，打刹车球，哇，非常冒险的打法。好，右塞推杆出来，做到6号球，2颗星上去。 好，果然啊，这个左塞推杆2颗星上去，直接拉杆回来。我们看，好，直接拉杆回来，看看哦，拉得相当不错。拉得相当不错。越到紧张的时刻 ，Efren 的表现啊会越稳定。
In a thrilling showdown on the 9-ball table, Pan Xiao-ting, known as the Queen of 9-ball from China, attempted to outsmart the legendary Efren Bata Reyes with a clever safety play, hoping to trap him in a nearly impossible shot. Calm and composed, Pan lined up her move, sending the cue ball behind a wall of colored balls in what seemed like a perfect snooker. But, to the awe of the crowd, Efren, with his signature smile and masterful touch, read the table like a book and executed an unbelievable kick shot that not only escaped the trap, but also sank the target ball with stunning precision. The failed attempt to trap Reyes turned the tide of the match, and with his momentum building, Efren took control, eventually defeating Pan and proving once again why he is called the Magician of Pool.
No shot was dropped. And look at this Efren coming up with this shot even before I was able to explain. Oh, that push shot.
Out of nowhere, look at this combination off the one.
And once again, that is again inexperience as far as Pan is concerned in setting up the push shot.
Fuel behind those looks. 2005, 38th All-Japan Open. She was a champion there. 2004 World Women's 9-Ball Championship. She finished third. Of course, the 2003 Asian champion. And the 2002, way back then, the Osaka Open champion. All this at the tender age of 24 years. So a lot to be proud of, and relatively young in her career. She goes for the push. And the push out is an option given to the player who, after the break, may elect to go for a ball, and she gives the ball right back to Efren, and that proves to be a mistake right there.
In a high-stakes clash of cue masters, Steve Davis carefully plotted to trap Efren Bata Reyes in a tight safety play, hoping to leave the Filipino legend without a shot. But as Davis executed his plan, Reyes calmly studied the table, eyes sharp and calculating. With a magician's touch, Reyes answered back with a brilliant counter, a dramatic 2-8 ball combination that required not only deadly precision, but also a subtle mass to curve the cue ball perfectly into line. The crowd gasped as the 8-ball dropped cleanly into the pocket, flipping the pressure back onto Davis, who suddenly found himself trapped by his own strategy. Reyes, with a slight smile, turned what seemed like a desperate position into a stunning display of genius, leaving Davis to shake his head in disbelief.
And the world sitting there like a predator already. You can't give Reyes any.
In a tightly contested match, Steve Davis coolly pocketed the 7-ball into the corner pocket. But as the cue ball rolled to an awkward angle, his expression showed clear frustration. The position for the 8-ball was far from ideal. Thinking quickly, Davis decided to attempt a clever bank shot on the 8-ball, aiming not just to pocket it, but to set up a double shot safety in case of a miss. His gamble paid off halfway. The 8-ball didn't fall, but he left it in a tough defensive spot. Yet, as always, Efren Bata Reyes studied the table with calm precision. Without hesitation, Reyes lined up and executed a stunning reverse bank on the 8-ball, threading it cleanly into the pocket to the crowd's amazement. With smooth control, he cleared the remaining balls, turning Davis's well-planned defense into another moment of magic that only Reyes could deliver.
Davis going giraffe-necked with interest. Will the maestro plant this long, we reckon, bottom right? Bottom left. Anywhere he likes.
Suerte.
Well, we couldn't quite see exactly how he was addressing that ball, but we both had a rough idea of how long he was prepared to take that bank shot. This for 7-5.
Well, both players off to a little bit of a shaky start here, Billy.
Well, that's understandable in a sense because this is a very, very early stage of the match, and usually it takes a few racks for both players to get comfortable. And don't forget, there's a lot of pressures out there on both of these players, considering who they're playing and how badly they want to win.
He can see the edge of the 3 here. He's banking the 3. How about this for a aggressive shot, Billy? Wow. Wow. Is that aggressive enough for you?
Okay. Check my watch.
That looks like a shot you might try, Billy.
You know me well.
In another lifetime.
With his trademark calm and a glimmer of mischief in his eyes, Efren Reyes lined up an impossible-looking shot, striking the cue ball with delicate precision so that it kissed the razor-thin edge of the side pocket, curving just enough to kick back across the table and stunningly sink the 1 ball into the far corner pocket. A magical display of control and creativity that left the audience in awe.
Oh.
When Ronnie Alcano masterfully trapped Efren Reyes in deep space with what seemed like an unescapable safety, Reyes, unfazed and smiling, unleashed his signature magic by calculating a breathtaking 3-rail kick shot that sent the cue ball dancing around the table, threading perfectly through traffic to meet the object ball at a razor-thin angle and slicing it into the corner pocket with an impossibly sharp cut. A shot so daring and precise that it left the crowd erupting in disbelief and admiration.
Gaano kalakas sumargo, unless makakaulog ka ng marami, talagang maraming obstacle, ano? Kaya dito sa laro na tong rotation, minsan isang rack nagtatagal, Dahil dito mo nakikita kung sino yung mas magaling dumepensa. Palitan lang ng ng technique. So Efren looking up. Oh, what a shot by Efren Bata Reyes. Oh boy. Ay, maging si Senate President.
With quiet focus and masterful control, Efren Reyes executed a magnificent single-ball safety shot, gently stroking the cue ball to barely graze the object ball at the perfect angle, sending it drifting softly to rest hidden behind a wall of other balls, while the cue ball rolled to a precise spot on the table, leaving his opponent completely snookered and proving, yet again, why Reyes is revered as a genius of cue ball mastery and tactical brilliance.
He just is such an automatic player. He just lives the game and understands the game so well. Things just come so natural to him. Stuff like that, it's so entertaining.
We're going to have to get a replay on that shot. We're going to have to get a replay on that shot.
And he does that with such regularity. He does it all the time.
For my next trick,